all the talent involved. Daisy Ridley made me a big fan in The Force Awakens. I like Doug Liman as a director. This sounds good to me. What do you think?
Yeah, you hear post-apocalyptic and you're like, we got enough of those things. But with the talent involved and with this particular premise, it's going to be a tough tightrope to walk for Doug Liman to make us feel like we're in this world and not make it so annoying that we want to leave the theater. As far as like hearing the constant noise and all that stuff, once you find that pocket of silence and Daisy Ridley's there, it's exciting to see young talent step away from their huge blockbuster roles, which is going to be Tom Holland taking a break from Spider-Man, Daisy Ridley taking a break from being Luke Skywalker's daughter. So it's cool for me to see them do something different like this.
Pretty much.
What do you think?
To me, this could have been a terrible thing. This could have been something like the Sci-Fi Channel debuts and it makes it on for about 3 weeks, and I was like, what was that supposed to be? But then you hear Doug Liman, Daisy Ridley, and Tom Holland, you go, well, that'd be fun. And then I love Edge of Tomorrow, and I think that what Doug Liman did with that movie, and then to see what Daisy Ridley, people really take for granted what she has accomplished already at this young age, and in the fact of what she's been taking on. You forget, Force Awakens was her first movie. I'm not talking about, she did like a lot of independent films. This was like her first movie. And she crushed it.
About the same thing.
And she's getting these opportunities to work with all these directors and all these, and she's Tomb Raider, yes, for the cashing in on Force Awakens, but also she's got the chops. And to see her doing a role like this, where it's going to really focus primarily on her being the last woman. I thought, why the last man immediately when I heard of this. But this is an interesting premise. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and the talent is what I'm
So, can I get rid of
for sure.
stupid crap?
The description reminds me of Children of Men a little bit. Some of it.
Yeah.
But anytime there's a description that's so involved, I'm always like, all right, be careful, because that sounds like a really loaded movie where it's like, all right, this virus kills all the women out, but there is one woman, and people can hear everyone's thoughts. They can usually hear everyone's thoughts, but then you can't. So it sounds really convoluted, but it sounds really, really fascinating.
Okay, I just used the whatever.
Nothing that
I don't care anyway.
hasn't already been said. It just sounds like a fascinating movie with great actors that are up and coming. So I
I'm
definitely.
now playing Neverwinter again.
Like they're gonna get
Because
into it.
reasons.
Like, they're in complete silence, and it's like it's this great paradox. And they fight about something. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go back with the noise. I can't handle this anymore. I'm going out of the noise, and he comes back. I'm sorry.
All right, so we all seem to like the sounds of this movie, but let me ask you guys this. Would you rather hear that Tom Holland is joining Daisy Ridley for this movie, or would you rather hear that Tom Holland is joining Daisy Ridley for a Star Wars movie?
Star Wars, I could give a shit about this movie.
Yeah, I don't need all my superheroes and big new stars in Star Wars. He's Spider-Man. Speaking of Spider-Man, I like him as an actor. I was actually pretty excited. I loved The Impossible, and I thought that when he was announced as Spider-Man, good choice. And he was a great choice. I don't need everybody in Star Wars. He's Spider-Man, and this is really cool. This is a new way to kind of up his resume. So let's do this.
Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't want Star Wars to feel like a Seth Rogen movie where everyone's friend is now in it, where it's just like, it's the Disney version of that. Like, all these people in these Disney movies now come together in these other Disney movies. Definitely this. I like the premise. It's a new premise. We're going to see the range of what these actors we already know in our previous existing blockbusters, where they can go now. So I want to see it for that.
If all I was hearing, either Tom Holland joining Daisy Ridley in a movie, or Tom Holland joining Daisy Ridley in a Star Wars movie, I'd be curious to see Tom Holland in a Star Wars movie. But it's not just a movie, it's this movie. I really like the sounds of this movie. I'm gonna vote for this movie. What about you?
I will take this movie over Star Wars, and I'll also take Tom Holland as Man-at-Arms and John Cena as Masters of the Universe.
He will never be a casting director.
Ever. Daisy Ridley, you're She-Ra. Congratulations, kid.
All right, guys, listen, I want to remind you, we're doing this show live. So if you're watching us live, we're going to save a little bit of time at the end of the show to take some of your live Twitter questions. Just make sure you're following us on Twitter, @Collider Video, and start shooting in your questions. Wendy will pick a couple out at the end of the show. But I also want to remind you that Movie Talk is not the only show on Collider Video today. A little bit later today, a new episode of John Schnapp's Heroes will air. That drops around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Keep your eyes open for that. And also, a new team movie trivia showdown goes up today, right?
Yeah,
At 2 p.m. today. And who's competing in it?
All right, so you got Double Jeopardy, which is Sam Levine, the Inglorious One, and Brad Rutter, who's the all-time money winner in Jeopardy, going up against our very own Perry Neverall.
Terrific. Great area to find. I don't know anything
Jonathan
about it.
Who's also part of Collider, is behind the scenes guy, so very interesting man.
Right, so keep your eyes open for that. And don't forget our latest Crash Course video on everything you need to know about Rogue One before
Where's
seeing the
that?
movie
Where's this
went up on our
damn
channel It's there right now. You can go and check it out there. All right, it's time for us to get to mailbag. Listen, if you've got a topic or a question you'd like us to address on the show, just email us anytime.
I didn't know all things crap in.
gmail.com. Ashley, what's in the mailbag today?
I'll drink you if you want this.
My question is about Galen Erso in Rogue One. Do you think he will survive? There have been a lot of rumors of Jyn and her band of rebels dying, but not so much Galen. Surely he would be useful to the rebels in destroying the Death Star in Episode 4 if he was alive, or maybe he's still in Imperial custody if he's not dead, of course. Do you think he will survive himself?
No, he's dead.
Nope, lots of people gonna die in this movie. I don't see how somebody.
Did I not read the damn fucking
Rogue One as it seems it's gonna be,
books?
given what the story is, as Galen Erso, especially when I understand what his contributions are, how he is still alive and goes unmentioned. Especially when you get to Return of the Jedi and there's another Death Star, how that guy goes unmentioned. I don't see good things in the future of Galen Erso. I think he dies in this.
Yeah, I was gonna throw it to Harloff, so thank you for throwing it to me first. This dude's gonna die. Oh, not just because. I mean, think of it this way: if the Empire needs him to build this super death weapon, by the time Episode 4 happens, it's been done. The Empire has 0 use for this guy. So, what does the Empire do with their trash? They throw it down the trash compactor and they smash it to bits. So, yeah, Galen Erso is going to die in this one.
Christian.
He did. And
Yeah.
more than just for the reasons you guys have given, you also have to look at Felicity Jones and what they're going to call upon her to do in this movie. And I think that her mission with seeing the show is just to find her dad and to find out these plans. And I think this is going to be a tragic movie. It has to, from everything that we see. And I think that he'd probably bite it halfway through the movie. And I think she did too.
Everybody's dead now, baby. I already know this.
He's gone.
Duh.
Yeah, I think that scene is when he dies. Too. I think that scene in the rain when he's confronted with Mendelsohn. I think he's probably shaking his head. It's like, hey, who were you just talking to right there? Did you just give some plans to somebody? Boom, and he's dead. In one shot, I think they cut his head off. I think he gets decapitated.
Best case scenario. Best case scenario. He lives through this movie. He's on the Death Star when Luke blows it up.
Oh, that's
He could
interesting.
be like in a retirement home on Alderaan.
Lots of joy, lots of sunshine. Out there. All right, what's next?
Matthew writes, at this point it seems inevitable that Christopher Nolan will win an Oscar, but with his many talents, which category do you think he will
Crap.
win first? Best original screenplay, best adapted screenplay, best director, or best picture?
You can throw adapted screenplay out the window. He seems to be like a Quentin Tarantino type where he only wants to do his stories, his original stories. Batman notwithstanding. I think it's obvious. I think it's going to be a director one. Like at some point, this dude, it may not be this year or next year or in the next 5 years, but if you continue to crank out the quality of movies he cranks out, eventually you got to think the odds are he will win one. If he doesn't, because look, I've explained 100 times why I think the Oscar is one of the most impossible things in the world to win. If he doesn't win one, he will go down probably as the greatest director to never win one. But at some point, you got to think the odds are in his favor.
Hey, level 30.
Yeah, I would have thought it's between best
Imelda.
director